Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from the It's Complicated channel. Do modern women dress for themselves, or do they dress for the attention of other people? Let's get into it.
When single women dress sexy and wear makeup, are they seeking attention?
Yes, but not necessarily male attention.
Well, are they seeking attention from other women, men, or the right man?
I'd say women and men. I don't believe there is a right man.
Let's be real about it. Modern women are seeking attention from anybody who is willing to give it. Now, they might reject all of the average men. They might only entertain the dudes who are actually attractive. But trust me, guys, if they were going outside and they weren't getting attention from the majority of people, or, you know, average dudes, for example, they wouldn't be going outside. If you were to remove the attention, they wouldn't be doing it.
Attention in general. They just want to be seen. They want to be, you know, admired.
Does the way you dress attract the type of man that you want?
No.
I think it's a lot of like self-expression and not always like you could want like a really nice, respectful guy, and then you're still really, you enjoy like dressing like you're going out and like partying and stuff.
Oh yeah, of course, right? So we want to be able to dress like we go to parties every weekend. We go get intoxicated every Friday, okay? We hook up with random dudes, but we still want that respectful, kind simp at the end of the rainbow who's going to take care of us when we're 30 years of age. This is the plan, guys, that these modern women are subscribing to. Go around, screw around with a whole bunch of dudes, act completely degenerate all throughout your 20s, which is fine. Women can make their own decisions. They are liberated, as it were. And then, but they want that good man to not hold her past against her and to just marry her anyway and go on to lose all of his things.
If women dress sexy for themselves, why do some women wear uncomfortable shoes and skimpy outfits when it's freezing outside?
Hoes don't get cold. They're popping out. They want to be seen by everybody, not themselves. Or I would stay inside.
Well, if they were dressing for themselves, wouldn't they be comfortable?
Not always. Sometimes they wanna feel pretty, so you know.
Like it's what makes them confident and it's what makes them feel good. And even if it's uncomfortable, it's you look in the mirror, you like the way you look.
Yeah, guys, nothing says confidence, right? Quite like needing the attention and validation of people that you don't know. Isn't that crazy to think about? I get my confidence from how I look. So, but it's like, if all of the attention was gone, they wouldn't get any confidence. It's completely fake. I would argue that most women are not confident whatsoever. They have no true confidence. They're just relying on the validation of other people.
Yeah.
I think it definitely depends on like the vibe of the place that you're going to as well. Like if I know I'm going out to a bar, I'm gonna wear uncomfortable shoes and it's gonna suck. But if I look good and I feel good and I get good pictures out of it, beauty is pain, so.
They say pretty hurts. Beauty is pain, so, you know?
If people should be able to do whatever they want with their bodies, why do we have a law that you need to wear clothes in public?
You gotta wear clothes in public, obviously.
Why?
Because you have to. Like, you can't just be naked. That's just crazy.
I think clothes are restrictive. I think clothes suck, to be fair.
That's a great point.
I think it's gotten a lot looser. Like in society, maybe 100 years ago, again, wearing what I'm wearing would be like, look at her, you know, whatever. I think it's just gotten a lot, it's changed a lot, but I think in general, like terms of covering up has just become something like, I think it's a lot of it has to do with kids, because there's nude beaches that people don't care about, but there aren't kids there. I think a lot of it is wanting to protect younger kids from forming any ideas of sexuality too young.
I can agree with this. I don't think that people should be walking around without clothes on. You know, I see a lot of these people trying to defend this, but nobody ever seems to think about children and how inappropriate that is. So that's number one there. But number two, isn't it interesting to note, guys, how more liberated these quote-unquote ladies have become, right? So you can go out there, you can wear some very questionable things these days. It's almost like as the liberation has increased, as people can do whatever the hell they want, men are opting more and more out of relationships, okay? If you go and ask most modern women what the dating situation is like and if it's difficult and what are men like these days, oftentimes they'll say men suck, you know, men lack emotional intelligence, things like this, they're afraid of commitment. But the truth is, men don't want to commit to women who go out here and do all of this nonsense. No dude wants to wife up a woman who hits the club if he has any level of self-respect.
I feel like that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Should a woman be able to wear whatever she wants, wherever she wants?
I want to say yes, but you should also respect yourself as well. But yes, live your life.
What if that place has a dress code?
Follow it or break the rules. No, definitely follow it. If it has a dress code and that's somewhere you want to go, you want to dress appropriate for the occasion.
It depends on where you're going. Some restaurants want you to dress classy, so I would understand that.
What's the difference between dressing classy versus dressing trashy?
Trashy would be more so like when you got like your titties and your ass out, for sure.
It's all about how you carry yourself. It's about how you carry yourself. You know, you can show some skin, but it's about how you act when you're showing that skin that matters. So.
No, it's not. What is this woman smoking, man? So it doesn't matter what you wear as long as you carry yourself a particular way. This reminds me of those people who are like, yeah, bro, just be confident. You know, everything's going to be fine if you're just confident. But that's not true at all. Okay, people judge you based on how you present yourself and how you look. This is the primary thing that people will honestly judge you on. They, like, modern women oftentimes will not give a dude a chance in terms of a romantic relationship if he's not attractive enough. That I see so many discussions about, oh yeah, it's just about the confidence, it's just about your morals and things like this. It really isn't, guys. You can have a man who lacks an incredible amount of confidence, but because he's very attractive, women will justify it and say that she's the strong and quiet type, you know? It just gets rationalized away if the person is attractive. I don't agree with this whatsoever. It's not how you carry yourself, it's the fact that you're wearing these things to begin with.
Do you think men who lead with their wallets attract gold diggers the same way that women who dress slutty will attract F-boys?
Yes.
Because if you're leading with your wallet, there's nothing else for you to give me. And if you're flashing money, you're not going to attract the people that really want to deal with you. The gold diggers are going to be the first ones to flock to you, and they know exactly how to get you.
Should a woman be surprised if she's harshly judged for wearing a slutty outfit to meet her boyfriend's mom?
No,
Why?
because that's just unrespectful to the mom.
Moms probably don't like that. You gotta dress, you know, you gotta look good.
I think outfits are a form of expression 100%, and you should wear what you feel confident and comfortable in, but I think it's definitely a time and a place thing. If you're going to meet a parent, maybe don't wear that mini skirt.
If you
Yeah, right. Don't get. This is what's crazy to me, man. Is like there's no congruency with a lot of these people. Okay, they're not dressing modest when they go and meet the parent of the boyfriend or the husband or whatever. They're not dressing modestly here because they're actually modest people. Does that make sense? It's all about, well, I need to manage how people perceive me. I'm not actually that way, but I need people to perceive me a certain way. This is kind of like people flexing Lambos and everything, even though they're completely broke and they're trying to sell you a $5,000 course on how to make money. It's the exact same thing with these women. They pretend to be modest, but come Friday and Saturday nights, they're out there in this, as this woman said, in their mini skirts, which is fine. You can go and do what you want. But my problem is I don't like when women or people in general misrepresent themselves. You know, like you can't go out here and pretend to be modest and then completely be the opposite every single weekend. It's ridiculous.
Comfortable in, but I think it's definitely a time and a place thing. If you're going to meet a parent, maybe don't wear that mini skirt.
If you had a daughter, would you let her leave the house wearing whatever she wants?
No. Depending on her age, but no.
It really depends on the age. Consider like whatever she wants really depends. If we're assuming that whatever she wants is really little clothing or something that's really revealing, probably not. Mainly because I know, unfortunately, how people react in society and how like she'll be looked at, how she'll be talked to. If she's going out in public, will she be catcalled? Could she potentially be touched? Those kinds of things. And out of a protective nature, I wouldn't want my daughter being subjected to those things that I think less protective parents allow their kids to be subjected to.
Why is a father considered to be a good dad if he encourages his daughter to dress modestly, but a boyfriend is controlling if he encourages his girlfriend to do the same?
Because of a daughter should listen to her father, and the boyfriend should, you know, he found her how he found her. So either way it goes, he needs to, you know, flaunt that. You can't date a bad bitch if you can't handle a bad bitch.
Holy hell, guys. I think this woman actually, within the span of her saying that sentence, just instantaneously gave me a migraine. So, this woman, listen to your father, but don't listen to your boyfriend. I mean, let's be honest, this woman is not listening to her father anyway, if he is indeed in the picture at all, which I doubt. But this is the problem, okay? You have modern women trying to get into relationships, but they're completely disrespectful. You know, they do not respect relationships at all. And then they cry and complain when men don't want to have relationships with them. You know, this is kind of like dudes going around and saying, yeah, I want a girlfriend, but every Saturday night, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a random woman out to dinner. Oh, don't worry, nothing's happening, but I'm going to buy her dinner and I'm going to take her out. And if you don't accept that, then you're not a real woman. You see how stupid it sounds, man? These girls are crazy, right? You can't handle me. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to handle you. Nobody wants to handle you. Men don't want to get with a woman that they have to handle. This is psycho, man. Psycho.
Found her. So either way it goes, he needs to, you know, flaunt that. You can't date a bad bitch if you can't handle a bad bitch.
When it seems like a father is doing it, it seems protective, but when a boyfriend is doing it, it seems jealous and controlling because they have different feelings towards that daughter/girlfriend. Like a father won't have like romantic or sexual feelings, and so it's just like, oh, he's trying to protect his daughter, he's doing the best for her, whereas a boyfriend knows like if he finds her attractive, other guys are going to find her attractive.
Cope harder, man. What do you think the father is doing? He's trying to not get this kind of unwanted attention. Like these women are just coping so hard. They're both trying to protect you. The boyfriend is also trying to protect the relationship, which is something that these women clearly do not care about.
And he's trying to control that. He doesn't want other guys to think that about her. So I think that's why the tone is different.
Well, how do you protect something that you don't control?
I don't know. You're the one that said it. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't think there's like too much of it. Like realistically, there's not much of a difference in the way that they're controlling or protecting the girl. I think it's just that's how people view it. It's, you know, the dad isn't trying to have the daughter in any way, so he's just doing the nice thing, whereas I think boyfriends will instantly just come across as controlling. And so without really having like the analytical questions like you just asked, people just kind of make those snap judgments and are like, oh, the boyfriend's controlling, you should be able to do whatever you want. But
I don't know about you, but it kind of sounded like she was one of those people making those particular snap judgments, and then she just did a bit of a 180 there. Isn't that interesting to think about?
Your dad is protecting you.
Oh, by the way, this interviewer asked a very great question here, which was, how do you protect something you can't control? And the answer is, you can't protect it. This is like saying to a man, hey man, I've got this car. You are in charge of looking after it, but you can't choose where it's parked, you can't drive it, you can't wrap it in anything. You, for all intents and purposes, have no ability to protect or control the car, but you need to protect it. This is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why would dudes subject themselves to this, where they cannot protect the relationship at all because they're deemed controlling for doing so? Like, of course, dudes are opting out of relationships. There's no relationships to be had here. These women clearly don't give a damn about it. And, you know, I don't feel a lot of empathy when they rock around to 30 years of age. They've got a whole bunch of cats and men don't want to marry them because they did this to themselves, guys. Completely and utterly self-inflicted.
How can a man be responsible for a woman's safety if he has no say over the risks that she takes?
He can't be. If a woman's taking a risk, I know, I can just shove it in my face. Sorry, I don't know what the question was.
Okay, all right, we'll move on. Why are gay people more aware of how their clothes and behavior present to the world than the straight women who complain that revealing clothing shouldn't get them unwanted attention?
These women are fucking delusional.
I feel like gay people are more of embracing their self. Girls are more of like, you know, everyone has their insecurities, but gay people, once they come out, they're embracing it. They're, you know, confident in it. So they're going to flaunt it.
Women are
That had nothing to do with the question. I'm pretty sure that had nothing to do with the question whatsoever.
delusional. They believe in their brains that they're supposed to just do whatever they want to do and nobody else is entitled to their opinion.
Why would a celebrity dress incognito if it didn't affect the amount of attention they got?
Yeah, they don't want to be recognized.
I feel like it would always affect the attention they got. If they're not dressed in incognito, they're going to be recognized. And they're going to be harassed and bombarded by groups of people.
Do you think that there's a correlation between that and how women dress versus how they're treated?
No. No.
Wait. I kind of tuned out there for a second. There's no correlation between how women dress and how they are treated. I think we're getting a little bit lost in the source here.
Are men more thirsty for sex or are women more thirsty for attention?
Damn. I would say men are more thirsty for sex.
Which one is more of a biological need?
I would say men looking for sex.
Women are thirsty for attention.
Women more thirsty for attention.
I feel like sex will be more of like a biological need.
Well, why is one any more shameful than the other?
They cancel each other out.
Well, from my personal experience, men love sex. Like, they just love it. I feel like for women, a lot of the ones that crave that attention, they have like some, not all of them, I can't speak for like the population, but a lot of them have like issues with like at home. I mean, I can speak, I'm not like judging, like I crave attention a lot.
That's what they thrive off. Like, they need attention.
Wow, what a surprise, by the way, in this particular comment here, that the girls who go out and do this kind of degenerate behavior and need attention from a whole bunch of random men and make these posts on Instagram and all of this kind of thing, they're the ones that have broken families. This is a very large, self-perpetuating cycle we have here, where men are essentially booted out of the family unit. They have no say in anything that goes on to do with women whatsoever. Even in their interpersonal relationships, by the way, they're completely disincentivized to get married and have children. Women these days are completely selecting the wrong men. They don't want to be told otherwise. And so you have this giant circle here where there are no men in the family unit. And so situations like this keep on happening, and it just goes around and around. Let's keep going.
Slutty. About being judged as slutty, why would they ever dress in a way that might be perceived as slutty?
I don't think they're worried about looking slutty. You know you look slutty if you look slutty, but like, it's mostly for yourself and not for anyone else.
Yeah, just for yourself, by the way. The delusion keeps up every time.
Who's more delusional? Sexy women who say they dress for themselves, or high-level men who say they improve for themselves?
High-level men who say they improve for themselves.
Why?
Because they overcompensate. They're compensating for something.
Don't both do it for the attention of the opposite sex?
Some men do it to please other men.
Why is it considered cruel to tease an animal?
Wait. So, a dude, I'm confused by this line of questioning here. A dude self-improving is somehow asking for attention, right? So if you go out here, for example, guys, and you want to increase your living situation, maybe you don't like where you live, maybe you want to find an area that's safer, so you need to go out there and you need to get better finances to rent in a better area. How does that make you an attention seeker? It's self-improving. If you're somebody who has health issues, let's just say you're overweight, and it's affecting your health, and you go to the gym to try and lose weight, for an example, you're self-improving. How is this? I'm so sick of dudes like putting actual genuine effort into themselves, improving their life, trying to improve the quality of life for their future families and things like this, and it be considered attention seeking. You know, to me, guys, there's a very clear difference between, for example, going out there and seeking attention from random people on the street wearing absolutely nothing and hitting the gym because you're overweight. Like, there needs to be a distinction that is drawn between that, because it doesn't make sense to me. I think men should be taking care of their health. Now, if you're a man and you don't want to take care of your health, that's totally fine. But I certainly think there's a very large difference there.
He's an animal.
Do it to please other men.
Why is it considered cruel to tease an animal, but it's not considered cruel to tease a man?
Men ain't shit. Sorry.
What do you mean by that?
Well, would wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
No.
We don't dress for men.
We dress for ourselves.
Animal, way
Holy.
different.
How so?
Because they're cute and fluffy, and no. Men, different. Men are assholes. What animal is an asshole?
Wouldn't wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
No, because it's for yourself and not for men.
The delusion is so insane. I swear, in these clips, guys, he will ask questions, and then the women have so much cognitive dissonance going on that they instantly just contradict themselves. It's so insane. He'll ask a question, the woman will answer it. He'll ask another question, and then the woman will sit there and completely contradict her answer in the first question. Ah, yes, women are dressing for themselves, yes.
Would wearing a slutty outfit be considered teasing a man?
Yes, for sure, because like men, like how I said, we get aroused easy. Like we don't know like how to stop it and how to like not make it happen. So like yeah.
If a woman has lots of sexy photos on her dating profile and no bio, should she be surprised if guys are only contacting her for hookups?
No,
Why?
because it's what you're asking for in a way, or it appears that way.
No, she shouldn't be surprised at all.
Why?
Because men will be men.
Can she be judged the same way if she's out in public wearing a slutty outfit?
What do you mean, like judged as far as like a man just wanting to have sex with her? Yes.
So then why would it make any difference if you're online or out in public?
There isn't a difference.
Well, why can people make assumptions about you online but not in person?
People can make assumptions about you regardless.
I think people are a lot more bold online, and that's why we see so much more of like bullying and stuff like that online. So I think anything you post anywhere, if you're an attractive woman, if you're posting whatever, you're gonna get those comments no matter what, if you have a bio or not.
We are men.
Wait, how did we get to bullying, by the way? I don't understand here. I think we're getting a little bit off track. If you present yourself in a certain way, you are going to receive certain types of attention. Even, by the way, if you're a woman and you're not very attractive, you are still going to get attention from men. This is why so many of these women are incredibly delusional. It doesn't even matter how they look, guys. Oftentimes, these women will think that they are absolutely stunning, that they are beautiful, that they are the next thing since sliced bread. Okay, and so you have these women who won't settle, and then they get to 30, and then they have 35 cats, and those cats function as their children. I don't make the rules, guys. This is just how it goes. There are so many dudes online that will give attention to women who, quite frankly, do not deserve it at all.
Whatever, you're gonna get those comments no matter what, if you have a bio or not.
We are men, okay? From a young age, you can't train us any differently. We're 5 years old, we're walking down, we see boobs, we go, oop, boobs. Okay, we're 10 years old, we're walking down the road, we see boobs, oop, boobs. Okay, so we are trained and we are scolded to see boobs and look away. Okay, it is not natural.
If a prostitute and an average woman are both walking around half naked, why would it be wrong to assume both are soliciting sex? What's the difference?
There is no difference if you ask me. I mean,
I feel like there is no difference, and it wouldn't be wrong, because like that's what you're perceiving, and that's what we're getting from what we see. We don't know you, so like that's our first impression on you, and you dressing slutty the same as prostitutes. Of course, we're gonna think you in the same business as them.
I don't think you should be judged for just wanting to exist. Me existing does not constitute, you know, an invite for you to harass me.
I love this gaslighting, by the way. Oh, I'm not inviting this. It's like, if you dress a particular way, no matter what that way is, people are going to perceive you a certain way. And guess what? People are allowed to do that. Guys, if I walk outside, for example, and I am wearing the most outlandish thing, okay, people are allowed to judge me. That is a very, you know what, I would actually argue that it's a sensible thing to do. Guys, for example, right, I don't have any kids, but if I had kids, I would raise them to be able to judge situations accurately. You probably don't want to walk up to the man wearing a trench coat in a dark alley. Now, is that mean towards the trench-coated man in the dark alley? Maybe he's the nicest man on earth. Maybe he's selling kittens. I don't give a damn. You see what I'm saying? People want to do whatever it is that they want to do without being judged. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. People like to do this, guys, because they want to take away men's ability to judge because it benefits them. They want to have so much attention. They want to have all of the different options from a whole bunch of different men. That's why they do this, guys. Make no mistake about it, right? It's not because they want to express themselves and because it's for themselves. It absolutely isn't. I think judgment is an incredibly important thing. It's something that, of course, men need to learn. I think men are completely lied to about this, right? We're told we're not allowed to judge whatsoever, and then we get screwed over in things like divorce courts. It's disgusting. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.